Hi Scorpio, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a general reading. I've asked Spirit 10 questions with regards to love, relationships, money, career, purpose, and what's coming up in the immediate future for Scorpio. And these are the cards that came out for the answers. Plus, I pulled one oracle card, and we got the service card. And I'll read that message at the very end, okay? So, starting with the first card here, you got the, I'm a Scorpio too, so I'll say we. We got the Emperor. And the first question I asked Spirit was, what is the current energy surrounding Scorpio at this time? And we got the Emperor. Aries energy, major arcana. So what is the current energy surrounding us Scorpios at this time? You know what, I'm going to close my door a little bit. It's way too loud out there. So the Emperor is very strong, structured, and controlled. I actually love this. I don't think I've ever pulled the Emperor for Scorpio before in a reading. Capricorn gets it all the time for me, but I really feel this. I really do. I really feel that we deserve this Emperor card for our current energy at this time. Basically, Scorpio, Spirit is saying that you're stepping into a position of authority, stability, or self-mastery. Like you're taking charge, either of your emotions or a situation or a life direction. Love that. Can resonate with that. It isn't chaotic energy or uncertain energy. It's about order, boundaries, and responsibility. So you should be very proud of yourself, Scorpio, because, you know, to get to this point is, in my opinion, huge. For love, it can suggest that you're either becoming more guarded or more selective, or you're dealing with someone who is dominant or established, or someone who's emotionally reserved. With regards to career and money, the Emperor is very positive. It indicates long-term building, leadership roles, your discipline paying off, or it could be a focus on security and structure. Spirit may be asking you to stop reacting emotionally to people or situations and start making more strategic, grounded decisions. Spiritually, this card can say that you're being tested around control. Spirit may be asking you, are you controlling your life? Or are you trying to control outcomes? Or are your boundaries strong? Or maybe a little bit too rigid? But basically, Scorpio, with the Emperor, Spirit is saying that we are in a phase of power consolidation. It's less about emotional flow and more about building something solid that lasts. Okay, you're building something solid that lasts. The second question I asked Spirit was, what lesson or theme is Scorpio being asked to understand in love and relationships right now? And we got the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. So what lesson or theme are you, Scorpio, being asked to understand in love and relationships right now? So the Queen of Cups reversed represents someone who is very emotionally focused, but it could be in a distorted way or an unbalanced way. So Spirit is saying that the lesson is about emotional boundaries and emotional clarity, having emotional boundaries, having emotional clarity, and especially not losing yourself in feelings or other people's energy. So it could mean be careful you're not overgiving or emotionally pouring into someone who isn't reciprocating, giving back. Okay? Has to be an equal exchange. Maybe you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, or there's some moodiness there, or some sensitivity there. That it's being ignored or suppressed. Okay? It could also indicate difficulty trusting your intuition because your emotions are clouding your judgment. Trust your intuition, Scorpio. Some of you may be staying in situations where your emotional needs are not being met, but you're continuing it anyway out of attachment or hope. The Emperor is all about control, structure, boundaries. The Queen of Cups reversed is about emotional imbalance or blurred boundaries. So basically, Spirit is saying you're learning to balance your emotional depth with emotional protection. So what Spirit is saying is, with regards to love, love is not meant to be self-sacrifice. Okay, Scorpio? Your emotional intuition is very powerful, but it needs some grounding. And your compassion for others should not override your self-care. And for some of you, this card can also point to some of you are healing from emotional manipulation. Some of you are healing from codependency. Or some of you are healing from relationships where your feelings were not handled safely or maturely. So basically, that's why we got the Emperor card, Scorpio, because Spirit is saying you're regaining your emotional control without shutting down emotionally. Then the third question I asked Spirit was, What is Scorpio's person or potential love interest feeling but not expressing? And you got the Eight of Cups. So what is your person, Scorpio, what is your person or potential love interest feeling but not expressing? And the Eight of Cups points to emotional withdrawal and dissatisfaction and a desire to walk away or search for something deeper, but not necessarily acting on it openly. So what this could mean, your person feels emotionally unfulfilled in the connection or in their current emotional state, or they may be distancing themselves internally, even if they're still physically present. There's a sense of something is missing, like the emotional depth or meaning isn't fully there for them. Or they may be contemplating leaving or detaching or emotionally detouring to find clarity. And because this is what they're not expressing, it could show up as avoidance of confrontation or avoidance of honest emotional conversation. They may be withholding their feelings to avoid hurting you or being vulnerable themselves. Or they're quietly processing their emotions alone instead of sharing them. The Emperor is all about control and guarded energy. The Queen of Cups reversed is about emotional imbalance, and now we have emotional withdrawal. So this could suggest a situation, a relationship where emotions are not being openly communicated, and one or both sides may be emotionally guarded or disconnected. This doesn't mean that they're leaving, for sure, but it could mean that they're emotionally reevaluating the connection, or they're searching for what truly fulfills them. Or they may be emotionally checked out for now while they process something deeper. There is emotional distance here and unspoken dissatisfaction that hasn't been communicated yet. The fourth question I asked Spirit is, what challenge or blockage is affecting Scorpio's love life at this time? And you got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So what challenge or blockage is affecting your love life at this moment? The Nine of Pentacles reversed as the blockage in your love life can point to issues around independence or self-worth or emotional self-sufficiency or material self-sufficiency. So there's a few possible blockages here. The first one is there may be overdependence in love. So someone might be leaning too much on a partner for emotional stability or validation or financial support or security support. The second one is a fear of being alone. Someone may be staying in a situation that isn't fully fulfilling because solitude feels more uncomfortable. The third one is low self-worth or comparison, like not feeling enough on your own, which can affect what you accept in relationships. And there may be an imbalance between independence and partnership. Some of you may be either too attached or struggling to maintain healthy interdependence. This means that maybe you feel a little bit insecure or there's some instability in standing fully on your own. So the blockage isn't just about the other person. It's also about how securely you feel within yourself in these love situations, in your love situation. But Scorpio, love works best when it's chosen, not needed for survival or validation. Okay? Basically, the card is asking you, can you feel complete on your own first before before looking at your relationship? Spirit may be asking you also, is love being used either consciously or unconsciously to fill a gap in your self-worth or your stability? Once you address these questions that Spirit has, then the energy in the relationship will shift significantly, either improving your existing bond or making it easier to release what's not aligned with you. The fifth question I asked Spirit was, what positive development is coming towards Scorpio in love over the next few weeks? And you got the King of Pentacles. So what positive development is coming towards you, Scorpio, in love over the next few weeks? So this card represents a stabilizing, grounding, and commitment-oriented energy. That's what's coming, Scorpio, for you. And this is a very solid shift compared to the earlier emotional instability energy and distance energy. So the King of Pentacles could indicate a more dependable mature presence showing up. It could be a new person or someone existing stepping up. New person showing up in your life, or someone who's already in your life, they're stepping up. Okay? There's an energy here of security, consistency, reliability. It's going to become more available in love. You're going to move away from confusion or emotional unpredictability towards something more structured and intentional. This king could represent someone who expresses love through actions or support and stability rather than emotional intensity alone, male or female in a general reading. This King of Pentacles can also represent you, Scorpio, attracting a partner who is more emotionally grounded and materially stable, or you yourself are stepping into a more self-secure place. And that will change the type of love you attract. For some of you, it can represent a serious relationship energy that is forming or strengthening. Someone becoming more consistent after a period of emotional distance or uncertainty. It could indicate a practical step forward, defining the relationship, building something tangible, or committing in a real world way. Taking a very practical step forward. Love. This card is saying that the love energy is shifting from emotional confusion into stability and reliability. The next question I asked Spirit was, what is Scorpio being guided to focus on regarding their career and personal or professional growth? And you got the Hermit. Okay. So, Scorpio, what are you being guided to focus on regarding your career and professional growth? The Hermit points to a phase of withdrawal for clarity, deep reflection, and intentional skill refinement or purpose refinement. This isn't an outward expansion card, it's an inward one. So you're being guided to step back from distractions or noise or external validation in work. You're being guided to focus on finding personal direction rather than reacting to outside pressure. To spend time refining your skills or knowledge or a long-term vision in solitude. And you're also being guided to prioritize the quality, mastery, and understanding over fast movement or visibility. The Hermit can show a period of reassessment, like You may be asking yourself, am I actually on the right path? Some of you are learning or upskilling behind the scenes, or you're working independently, or you're preferring a more self-directed environment. You don't need to announce every move you make. Spirit wants you to know that progress is happening quietly. So basically, so far, Spirit is saying the love in your life is stabilizing externally, and your career is asking you for internal alignment. You don't need to rush or prove anything right now. Spirit is saying that clarity will come through solitude, not external activity. This can also suggest a mentor energy too, either finding a guide or becoming your own authority through experience and reflection. So basically what Spirit is saying is go inward to become stronger with regards to your career development. This is a go inward, come out stronger phase in your career development. The 8th question I asked Spirit is, what message do the cards have about Scorpio's finances and money situation? And the card that came out is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a very strong and encouraging message for your finances and money situation. It represents a new financial opportunity or a fresh start, or a tangible seed of abundance beginning to form in the physical world. So in a money context, it can indicate either a new job offer or a raise or a promotion opportunity. It could be a fresh income stream or a business idea starting to take root. Or it could indicate your financial stability beginning to improve after a period of uncertainty. Or it can point to a practical opportunity that requires action to fully materialize. And because this is an ace, it's not the full harvest yet. It's the seed phase. The opportunity is being presented, but it needs attention, consistency, and practical follow through. Where there may have been security or instability, Spirit is saying a grounding opportunity is now opening up. You're being offered a chance to build something more secure long term. But it does come with a message, a subtle message. Don't overlook small opportunities because they don't look big yet. And what starts now could grow into long-term financial stability. So a real, tangible financial opportunity is beginning. This is the foundation phase of future stability and growth. The next question I ask Spirit is, what opportunity is approaching Scorpio in work and business, or career? And the Five of Pentacles came out. So the Five of Pentacles as an approaching opportunity with regards to your work or business or career is a bit paradoxical at first glance, because it often shows lack or struggle or feeling left out. But in an opportunity position, it's more about recognizing what has been lacking so it can be corrected or escaped. So it could represent an opportunity to recover from financial hardship or career hardship. Or it could indicate being offered help, resources, or a way back in after feeling excluded or unsupported. It could be a chance to leave a situation that has been draining or undervaluing or unstable. Or you may realize where that scarcity thinking was limiting your growth. Maybe a job or a situation that has been very dissatisfied, comes to light so that you can finally move towards something better. Maybe you're going to meet someone or encounter something that exposes what's not working in your current career path. There may be an invitation to rebuild from a low point, but with more awareness and strategy this time. The Ace of Pentacles is about a new opportunity for growth. The Five of Pentacles is an awareness of lack or instability that pushes you towards change. So a new opportunity is emerging, but it may come through recognizing what has been lacking or where you've been undervalued. It's not bad news, it's just a turning point card. Maybe you're going to realize that you can't stay in this situation anymore, or you may realize you need help. You need to accept help, or you need to change direction, or you need to rebuild. This card is saying an opportunity is coming that will help you exit or transform a period of financial or professional lack, but it requires awareness of what is not working anymore. And then I ask Spirit, what action can Scorpio take now to improve their financial stability and abundance? And we got the Three of Swords reversed. This card points to healing, release, recovery from past emotional burdens or mental burdens that are blocking your progress. Okay? So in a money or career context, this card is less about action in the external world and more about clearing internal weight that affects your decision making and confidence. This card is telling you to let go of past financial disappointment or failure that's still influencing your current choices. Or you're healing from heartbreak or betrayal or stress that has impacted your motivation or self-worth. Or you're releasing fear-based thinking around money, like regret or anxiety or a scarcity mindset. Some of you are recovering from burnout or emotional exhaustion, and that has slowed your productivity or your focus. But Spirit wants you to know that the healing process is already underway, but it needs conscious completion. You may still be carrying residual pain that affects your decisions or risk taking. So the practical action here is not just emotional, it becomes behavioral through healing. It's saying stop revisiting past losses or comparing your current progress to others. Make decisions from a calmer, clearer mental state rather than emotional injury. And allow space for forgiveness, either for yourself or others, where financial setbacks were tied to emotional experiences. Your next step toward financial improvement is emotional recovery, because clarity, confidence, and better decisions comes after healing, not before it. The last question I asked Spirit is, well, second last, we've got your oracle card. What is the most likely outcome or immediate future energy for Scorpio over the next 30 days? And we got the Ten of Swords reversed. This is a card of recovery, release, and rising after a difficult mental or emotional cycle. This doesn't usually mean something new is happening as much as it means something is finally ending its hold on you, Scorpio. This suggests you're recovering from burnout or betrayal or mental exhaustion. You're rebuilding your strength after a situation that felt overwhelming or rock bottom. You're slowly detaching from a painful cycle or thought pattern. Or you're realizing that the worst part is already behind you. This is a turning point where things start to loosen and decompress. So over the next 30 days, you're going to feel mentally clearer after a stressful period, or You're letting go of a situation you've been stuck in emotionally or mentally. You're going to begin to regain motivation or energy or direction. And you're also accepting closure, even if it's internal rather than external. The Ten of Swords reversed isn't instant happiness, it's gradual recovery energy. You're not jumping into something new yet. You're standing back up after what felt like collapse or heaviness. The hardest cycle is loosening its grip, Scorpio. You're moving out of mental defeat or emotional defeat and into recovery, even if things are still in transition. And then I ask Spirit, what does Scorpio most need to know that they may not be seeing right now? And we got the service card. I feel good when I can help others. So this points to a deeper spiritual redirection in your life, especially after a period of emotional heaviness, financial uncertainty, and eventually recovery. This card isn't about service in the self-sacrificing sense. It's more about purpose, contribution, and alignment with what your soul actually came here to do. So the message could be, you may be focusing too much on survival or recovery or relationship dynamics when your deeper path is asking for purpose-driven direction. Or it's telling you that your experiences, especially the painful or confusing ones, are shaping you toward a role where you help or guide or create or support others in a meaningful way. Scorpio, what you've been through isn't random. It's building wisdom that can eventually be used in service to others. This is a soul level reminder of your purpose. Scorpio, your life is not just about what you're going through. It's also about what you're becoming because of it. This card could be redirecting your attention from a fear of lack or emotional entanglement or temporary instability toward building something meaningful or using your experiences in a constructive way, or aligning your work or career with something that feels spiritually or emotionally fulfilling, not just practical. You're teaching or mentoring or advising. Your creative work helps others emotionally or mentally. You have leadership that supports or stabilizes others. You're being guided to zoom out. Your current experiences are shaping a long-term path of purpose, where what you've learned will eventually be used to help or guide others in a meaningful way. One of the most evolved gifts that a soul possesses is giving of itself. There's a reason why it feels so good to give. It's because your soul resonates with that vibration. Your soul should be aware that it might currently be in a situation in which it needs to be fulfilled on higher levels. And this can only happen through the attribute of humbly serving and supporting others. Put yourself in a position in which you can benefit another soul in any way possible and demonstrate unconditional love toward others. This might mean bringing yourself into your heart space and letting everything you involve yourself in come from an attitude of giving freely. You have to learn to direct your green heart light energy through all your thoughts, actions, and deeds. Look around and see where and how you can serve another. Perhaps one way would be asking a friend if you can help clean up their office or run their errands, maybe volunteer, make a meal for someone, volunteer in the hospital or hospice. Basically, Spirit is saying perform an activity that enriches someone else's life. So that is our reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for letting me channel these messages today. I'm very grateful. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Have an awesome day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.